It's actually really good. My favorite part of baking is eating the dough off the spoon before you do anything with it. This is going to be awesome. Morning. It is a gorgeous day, so I decided to have my breakfast on the deck this morning. It's nice and quiet this morning. Ken's off to fire, the dog's ready, showered, getting my breakfast, and I have to head into work soon. This afternoon is sort of a weird day for me. My good friend Meg, who I've mentioned in the vlogs before, she is about to have a baby. She still hasn't had it. She was due like 2 days ago. And she's teaching classes, or had been teaching classes. So because we don't want her to come in anymore, just in case, I'm covering her classes for her today. Now, I taught obedience classes at our family dog training school since the age of like 16, I think. But in the last 3 or 4 years, I've primarily just taught all the agility classes and then done a lot of the program development and stuff. We just launched a brand new grade 1 course just a few months ago, and I was heavily involved with that, but I haven't actually physically taught it yet. So today is going to be really, I was going to say cool, but I'm actually kind of nervous about it. So I haven't taught obedience class in so long, and it's a brand new program, which I should know inside out and out, but it's, you know, one thing to write it down on paper and design it, another thing to actually physically do it. So I'm looking forward to today. I have really excellent floor help, 2 really experienced people. So I think it'll be good. It's definitely a change for me. Back to agility training tonight, but today's going to be a little strange. So I'm at work now, and I just sat down to go over my lesson notes for the week. Now, it's a bit weird for me because I'm coming in to teach a lesson number 8. There's only 9 weeks in the program, so I get them for the last 2 weeks. Meg's taught everything up until now. She's assured me that it's a great class, so hopefully this is going to go really easily. Now, I help write these, and like I said before, it's one thing to write them, it's another thing to teach them. So I'm highlighting all the points to make sure I don't forget anything, and make sure they're well prepared for next week when they graduate from the program. Just finished all my notes for class. A lot of the stuff's coming back to me, actually. I'm not nearly as worried about it. It's amazing what happens when you just give yourself a little reminder. So I've just come into the grade 1 hall. I want to turn the lights on, make sure all the chairs are set up back here, make sure I have everything that I need for class. But the last thing on the list is trying to figure out where my headset is. We speak over the microphone so that everybody can hear us really easily. I haven't been in here to teach for a long time, so I really don't know where I put mine. So hopefully it's not too hard to find, otherwise you're gonna have to borrow one. Okay, I found my microphone. It's hiding in there. I really like the Pell mics rather than the ones that go over your head because it squishes my brains when it's on there for too long. So I'm going to show you some behind the scenes stuff that we don't normally show. Might as well, right? So this here is the attendance book. So we keep track of attendance really closely so that we can monitor who's taken what class, and we can make notes and that type of thing. But then we also have a makeup sheet. So one of the cool things about our classes is that we have so many classes running in a week that if somebody can't come one week, that they can book into another day and time of that week. But we like to keep track of it so that if somebody is joining a class that maybe we don't know, we just have a better understanding of who they are, what their dog is like, and whether they've missed a week or they're doubling up or whatever it might be. It just helps everybody stay on board. And then after class, we always head into this room back here. So this is our meeting room. In our meeting room, we come back here every single week to talk about different topics like jumping up and recalls. We have a bit of a question and answer period. This is just sort of a intimate type of setting where people can feel comfortable asking questions and that type of thing. But we also really like it for the dog training aspect because it sort of simulates a similar experience to like a vet office or whatnot. So we can work on the dogs learning to lay quietly at everybody's feet and just being in a bit closer quarters with other people. We have spaces obviously in the corners and other areas to take some of the pressure off some of the dogs that aren't as comfortable with that. So we try to just give the students a lot of different experiences so that when they go out into the real world, they're feeling more prepared. Okay, well that was fun. I haven't done that in ages. It went a lot better than I expected. They started off a little bit quiet, and they sort of loosened up by the end of the by the end of the class. I don't know whether they just didn't understand my humor or maybe they didn't think I was funny. I'm not really sure, but hopefully next week it'll be a little bit easier. Now though, I have to head home, look after the dogs a bit, get some dinner, and then be ready to come back here for 6 o'clock. I'm really excited for this week's classes because we are going to be doing a games week, so we're focusing on gamblers and snooker, and a lot of the lower level students have never played gamble or snooker yet, so we get to go over sort of the rules and teach them how to play, and they get to try for the first time, which is always fun because it blows their mind at first, and then by the end of the class they are kind of excited about the game. And then of course the more advanced classes who have played a bit more, we always have fun by, you know, throwing a toonie on the line or something just to make it a bit more competitive so that people sort of razz each other a little bit more. So I'm looking forward to tonight. It's going to be fun. I just got home from work and it is now rainy and gross and wet outside, so I don't think I'm going to take the dogs for a run. I might just train them after classes. So I have a few hours off, so I think what I'm going to do is make some energy balls. There's this recipe that Angela shared with me, so I got all the ingredients the other day, and they're like the perfect snack, and they're really good for you. So I'm gonna whip those up. Apparently they're not very difficult to make, which is good because I am not much of a chef. And I am going to spare you from watching me videotape myself make them, since I don't really think that's that interesting. We all know Ken does, so sorry, Ken. However, if they do turn out to be delicious, I would be more than happy to share that with you, and I'll even share the recipe so you can try making them yourself as well. They look really easy, so hopefully I don't screw this up. Does this look delicious or what? Not really. Man, those few hours off really go by quickly. Sadly, my balls weren't done. Couldn't try them. I had to leave them in the freezer. That sounds really wrong, but I'm looking forward to having them as a snack when I get home. Now I have my dinner. The top is not the dinner, that's Beeline's treats for class. And then I have to get to the hall because I have class with B and then snooker and gamble classes tonight, which I'm really excited about. So I've got to go. Sit. Yes, wait. Wait. Good girl, wait. Yes, good girl, wait. Okay. Lie down. Lie down. Yes, good. So everybody's walking their snooker course. They're coming up with their strategy. I get to be the judge with my sparkly purple whistle. They don't want to hear this sound because that means that they're eliminated and they have to leave the course. So we'll see what type of courses and strategies that they've come up with and see if they can execute. I'm excited. The arena's dark, all locked up. We did our training, we did our talking. I'm exhausted. It's been a long night and I am now starving and I cannot wait to go home and try one of those balls I made. I really hope they're delicious. Okay, the dogs have been out for the last time tonight. There are a few dogs that insist on chewing their bones in the kitchen as loud as they possibly can, but whatever, it's better than getting into trouble. And now I have the balls from the freezer. Let's see if these things are any good. Yep. These are delicious, just as I suspected. I don't know how these possibly could be healthy for you. Now, as I eat this, I'm thinking to myself, how am I going to hide these from Ken? Anytime I have anything that's like remotely yummy in this house, he wants to eat it all. So I have to like hide it all over so that he can't get his hands on it. And I would be a total liar if I said that I didn't sometimes use baking and delicious food to get what I want. Because basically, if you want Ken to do something for you, or you want to like win his heart over, bake him a delicious treat. It works every single time. I'm starting to think it might work on me too. I don't even want to speak. They're really delicious. Now, you may have noticed in previous episodes that we often like to sing the word goodnight. It's something that I don't even remember where it started. It's sort of this inside joke among Ken and I and my family especially. I think it might have started with my sister and then now with our friends. I don't know why we think it's so funny, but we all do it. One person starts, we try to sing as terribly as possible, and then everybody else follows and tries to harmonize, and it just, I don't know, I guess it just makes us laugh. So with that, I sing you good night. Good night.